everybody, Kayla in the garden, welcome. Let's play a little word association game, okay? I'm going to list some names and you think about what images it conjures up, okay? Oregon Spring, Northern Lights, San Francisco Fog, Black Prince, Glacier, Manitoba, Northern Delight, Northern Exposure, Polar Baby. Well, what comes to mind when you hear all those things? I mean, for me, I'm thinking, ooh, cold. I mean, cold, wet, foggy, not a long summer. Well, these are all names of tomato varieties. Did you know that there's actually there's a whole section of tomatoes that are cool weather or short season tomato varieties? So if you live in a place, well, I'll throw this one up there. If you lived in Seattle, like I used to do, I sucked at growing tomatoes in Seattle. Couldn't grow them. Nah, I never had enough sunshine for them. That kind of variety of tomato will be ready for fruit in a shorter growing period, and it doesn't need such high temperatures as what we might find once you start heading south in the United States, okay? Now, what happens if you try growing one of those kinds of tomatoes where it is hot? Let me tell you, nothing that great. I have, let's see, I've got 8 purple Russians, and Russian typically is going to come from a colder area, okay, Russia, Siberia, and I have discovered they really don't like the heat of Kansas City area. So my poor little Russian plants, they're spindly, they have really small foliage, they do this leaf curl thing where the leaves are all curled in. It's a physiological response to the fact that, oh my gosh, it's hot out, okay? So they curl up so they don't lose all of their water. Makes perfect sense. I would do the same thing during summer. So I see a lot of leaf curl on these Black Russians. Other varieties like my Brandywines, oh, they love summer. They're big, huge leaves, the potato style. They tend to have no problem whatsoever with this hot, muggy summer that we have. Whether or not the Black Russians would do well for me when I had lived in Seattle, I'll never know. If you live in Seattle or Oregon and you grow this variety, I'd love to know what happens with them if they flourish. These are definitely some of the last to set any kind of fruit for me. I do have some fruit, but it's small. It's not what I would kind of hope for out of these. So I have rigged up shade cloth. If you haven't yet discovered the benefits of shade cloth, it might be something good to look into. I just get it on Amazon. It's the easiest spot for me to find it. And it's something that will block a percentage of the amount of sun that will get through to your plants below. So I think what I've got is a 30% ag fabric. And I've got the Black Russians underneath. I've got some of the Black Crims as well, because they are also, I think, more cooler weather than say like the Brandywines. And so that's gonna hopefully make it so these can thrive a little bit better. So when you're seed shopping or just wandering the nursery shelves and you see the variety name, and if the name conjures up any kind of idea about cool weather or cold places, that's going to be a tomato that you can grow north, okay? So North Dakota, Canada, Alaska. I would definitely say Washington on the western side, not so much the eastern side. Same goes for Oregon. So get those for that kind of space, but be careful that you don't plant those kinds of tomatoes in a hot weather place, because you might be better off finding stuff that is more suited for hot weather. So just when you were thinking that you've got this tomato thing down, now you're finding out that there's cool weather and hot weather tomatoes. Have fun and watch the names of those tomatoes when you're shopping in the catalogs, all right?